But what Charles Kirk has done and how he made his money, that's a filthy money. That is no different than when white people were exploiting black people by putting them into slavery and making money out of them. This guy made money on the back of victims, people who have been victimized for the last 400 years. That's how he made his money. Being the last to hire, the first to be fired. Those are black experiences, not a white experience.
But don't you think identity is geographical? The system, the problem is not the white man. I believe the problem is the brotherhood.
You know anything about that?
No. I can prove it.
You've never been there.
No. Yes, I can prove it.
Prove something that you've never experienced.
I can prove it with what you've just told me.
You've never experienced.
You've told me.
You cannot understand what you have never experienced.
But no.
Have you ever seen?
I'm using your context.
Have you ever seen war?
No, I haven't seen war.
Therefore, can you tell me something about? I've seen war, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen.
But I dream to go there. But if I go with the fact
you're not gonna go there.
I will go. I'm telling you.
You're not gonna go there because America right now, the direction America is going now is going to America's superpower is immigration. America's foundation is immigration. You have to understand, if you look at the PhD programs at almost every school in America, their PhD programs are majority immigrants.
Yeah.
A lot of companies, if you look at Fortune 500, there's a lot of immigrants at the top. There's a small school in India called IIT that produces a lot of engineers that America makes them. America is beautiful when we respect each other and create a platform. What Charles Kirk was doing was dividing America. When you divide America, turn against America, why was he controversial if he was doing something beautiful?
So my name is Jay. It's always a pleasure to meet you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. But today, why don't we talk about your book, America Made Me Black? No, America Made Me a Black Man.
What do you think of the topic? What do you think of the title?
It's a very interesting title.
Well, the title actually fits what's happening in the U.S. America itself there's an enormous identity crisis that's happening in America.
Sure.
And so, as an American, I also have an identity issue. Because the question I always ask is, what am I? Who am I? A lot of black people think I'm not yet black enough. White people think I am their enemy because I wrote about what's happening in the country they claim to have.
Their country.
Because the white people feel that America belongs to them alone.
Okay.
Statistically speaking, I'm talking about a large amount of the higher percentage of white people in America feel that they own the country.
Sure.
And so that they feel that I betray them. From what I'm gazing. And black people think I'm not yet black enough. He's not one of us.
Oh.
He's not from the hood. He's not part of the slave, that experience of slavery. But even myself, I did not know I was black until I entered the U.S., until America treated me the way it treats its own children.
Okay.
That is when I get to know that I'm actually a black man living in America. But in Africa, am I a black man? That's the question.
So my question would be on identity. What defines a black man? What makes you black? Or what is the cycle? Or how do you get the recognition?
Of being black man?
Yeah.
I think it's the way you're treated makes you who you really are. When you're in Africa, does anyone, look at you differently? No, because everyone that look like you, right? But when you are in America, you are the last to be hired and the first to be fired. So small little things tells you that you're actually a black man. And when I say a black man, it has a lot of things behind it.
Okay.
Driving while black. Being the last to hire, the first to be fired. Those are black experiences, not a white experience.
But don't you think identity is geographical?
Yes, because when I'm in Africa, I miss America and all the beautiful things. When I'm in Africa, I miss America about all the beautiful things. But when I'm in Africa, I miss America.
So
did I say it right? I mean, let me repeat it. When I'm in Africa, I miss America.
Yes.
But when I'm in America, I miss Africa.
Yeah.
Because I'm both. I can actually switch roles, like identity. I have a fluid identity. And sometimes that comes with pain.
So meaning identity is not fluid. It's not fixed, it's fluid.
It's not
depending
fixed.
with your
It could be. You're forced to do it.
Yeah.
For example, when you are a child of war,
Mm-hmm.
war breaks your identity. It breaks you apart. It makes you somebody else.
No, because
Because you run away from the war and you become someone else's property as a refugee. They mistreat you. They do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
And then you get to some other country that you don't belong.
Yeah.
They still mistreat you. So your life, you learn to survive.
Yeah. But now I have an interesting question. It might sound very controversial. Eh?
Go ahead.
When you talk about war changing you, that means war is going to change your identity, right?
Yes.
And that is through pain.
It rewires you.
Through pain.
War rewires you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For survival,
Something that
right?
Charles Kirk does not know anything about. That guy who just passed away. He didn't know anything, he did not know anything about war. By messing with people's emotions
Yeah.
and trying to make them clash each other. That's how civil wars begin.
True.
When war starts, you do not know the direction of the war. It's better to heal the community,
But
not to hurt the community.
But war always started by, I think, weak ego. Someone who cannot stomach a different opinion from what they have.
That's not true.
How?
Greed
Uh-huh.
is what drives division. For
So-
example,
Mm-hmm.
we know that social media people make money.
Yeah.
We know Charles Kirk, his whole way of making money
Yeah.
is to hurt people. Yes or no?
How? Depends with
because
how you see it.
No, it's not depending on how you see it. It's highly controversial, right?
It is.
It's highly controversial. To be a controversial, you have to say things that are unhealthy, unfavorable, something that can hurt other human beings, something that can hurt the black people who went through perpetual pain for the last 400 years.
Yeah.
They're sensitive people. Black people are sensitive. I'm sensitive after I became a black man in America, right?
But everyone is sensitive.
No, not everyone. When you are a majority and the system favors you,
Yeah.
you're not sensitive. When you are a minority and the system destroys you,
Yeah.
you're always sensitive. Because
see.
healing has to take place.
Yeah, sure.
No healing took place.
Okay.
So you have a greater responsibility when you are the majority of the country to heal what America has done to black people for the last 400 years. Do you understand that?
I understand
Because
that.
I became a black man. I remember when I became a black man.
Yeah.
I can tell you when I first became a black man.
But I can ask you a question before you tell me that. Before you became a black man in America and after you became a black man in America, because those are two different people, right?
Yeah.
Which one would you choose?
Before.
How so?
Because before I am my father's son.
Uh-huh.
I'm a free African.
Yes.
I look at white people in the eyes and tell them who I am. I'm an African. I can straight look at you in the eyes and say, I'm a human being equal to you.
Yeah.
After I became a black man,
Yeah.
I became almost timid, almost somebody that's own, because you're afraid of losing your job. Two people that tell the truth. If you want to really heal the truth, hear the truth.
Yeah.
Listen. Ask the children; they'll tell you. You know which are the group of people that actually can tell you the truth? Elders.
Yeah.
Why? Elders have absolutely nothing to lose. If you talk to an elderly person who's white,
Yeah.
and you tell them, "Tell me the truth," they're gonna tell you
Yeah.
that black people go through pain. If you tell the children, they will also tell you what they see.
Yeah.
Those two group of people have nothing to lose. A child does not know the pain of telling the truth. And the elderly has absolutely nothing to lose. Because after you retire, what are you looking at? Demise.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
So before I was a black man, I was absolutely a free man, equal to a white man. My father was a warrior. My grandfather was a warrior.
Yeah.
My whole ancestors were free. Black people were free before they were kidnapped from Africa.
But now I see it differently because now when you are in Africa,
Yeah.
you didn't have much opportunities. Where did you write your book from? That was an
Look,
opportunity that you got.
Separate the two.
How so?
Statistically speaking, you would think black people are successful because black people own entertainment.
Okay.
They drive the American culture.
Sure.
Statistically speaking,
Yeah.
black people are poor in America. Yes or no? If you look at the population, prison population,
Yeah.
black people dominate. If you look at majority of statistics, black people are at the bottom,
Yeah.
right?
True.
So when you take one person and you look at them, that's exactly what Charles Kirk used to do. You look at one individual and you apply. That is not fair. You cannot say the American dream, the American, idea of gaining wealth.
Yeah.
It's not equal to, it's not open to everyone. It's not true. It's not statistically not true, culturally not true, systematically not true.
Isn't that
That's a game.
everywhere? Isn't it everywhere?
It's not everywhere because
In
America
Kenya is the same.
America is different than Kenya. America
Is this the
is a
same
land of
system?
opportunity where
Uh-huh.
why do you think America is successful?
It's a multicultural, and one thing that one reason that I might feel like I'm defending America is I believe America is a great country. For the first thing is that I've never been there, but I must get there.
That's
I must get the experience.
You're,
right?
you're living off of your dream. Like you're
Yeah.
looking at your dream. You're like, oh my God. That's what the majority of Africans do. But until they get there and they go through pain. Let me tell you something. In 1993, I had the same dream.
Yeah.
I'm an American.
Mm-hmm.
Immigrants love America more than the real white Americans.
Yeah.
You have to know that.
True.
Because we go through pain to get to America. But once you get to know America,
Yeah.
inside the belly metaphorically,
Yeah.
you see something else.
But
You can
pain-
lie. You can still lie and say, no, there's nothing there, and black people are lazy and they're not doing anything. A lot of my black friends are highly educated.
Yeah.
Majority of them are Ivy League educated.
Yeah.
They go through the same pain I go through.
Yeah.
Because the system, it's not the individual.
Yeah.
It is the system that was designed. My lawyer told me
Yeah.
this system predated us. My lawyer is highly liberal, wonderful guy. I love him. He's one of the best human beings.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he understands that the system cannot be cracked. The system has been designed to destroy those people that look like me and you. That's a fact. Even Donald Trump cannot deny that.
I agree, because everywhere there are systems. Everywhere there are systems. Even in Kenya there are systems. Even here in Somalia, I believe there are systems. But now, for me, when it comes to system, I'll look at it differently, because if there's a system anywhere, if you want to go up the ladder, you don't fight the system. You try to understand how the system works, and you fix yourself there. Just like water, you can't go against the current. You have to adjust yourself. If you want an easy ride, you have to follow the currents.
That's not true. In America, that does not work. Because Malcolm never lied.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm's not a liar. I think the best black man that came out of that black experience in America is Malcolm X.
Okay.
Malcolm never lied, despite
I know
everything he
Malcolm.
went through.
Yeah.
Malcolm's mom was in a mental institution. Malcolm's father was
Yeah.
unalived.
Yeah.
Malcolm was in a foster child who grew up in Boston. Malcolm says there are two types of individuals, African American black people.
Yeah.
The house Negro, that famous quote, the house Negro, and the field Negro.
Yeah.
Malcolm never lied. What the system does is the system promotes the weak link,
Yeah.
the weakest in the family of black people. They put them up and they use that weak link to go against everyone else. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, I was having a hard time with one of my jobs.
Okay.
Absolutely the worst. They made up stories.
Yeah.
The first person that was used against me
Yeah.
was a black person. When I saw that black person and I confronted,
Yeah.
that black person told me, quote, I have a mortgage.
Yeah.
I have children. This has happened to me before.
Yeah.
I must survive.
Yeah.
I better be used against you
Yeah.
so I can eat. To survive supersedes everything, and they understand the game. So they manipulate
Yeah.
the same community to destroy each other.
Now look at it like this. I'm looking at it like this.
Yeah.
The problem is not the system. The problem is not the white man. I believe the problem is the
You don't know
brotherhood.
anything about that?
No. I can prove it.
You've
with
never
your-
been there.
No. Yes, I
You
can prove
cannot
it.
prove something that you've
I
never
can prove it with what
experienced.
you've just told me.
You've never experienced.
You've
so
told me-
you cannot understand what you have never experienced.
But no.
Have you ever
But
seen?
I'm using your context.
Have you ever seen war?
No, I haven't seen war.
Therefore, can you tell me something about? I've seen war, right?
Mhm.
I've seen war.
Yeah.
I witnessed one time at 30 people who just got shot.
That's crazy.
30 people.
Mhm.
One, his ear was twitching. It's just the ear. The ear never dies. It takes a long time to die.
Yeah.
It just twitches.
Yeah.
The eyes open. The eyes open up when someone is gone.
Yeah.
The mouth opens also.
Yeah.
I witnessed that. If I write a script and you watch that movie, do you think you'll be able to feel how I felt when I was looking at 30 people who are laying on the ground half dead? Some
No,
of them are still alive.
I know
You
that's a
cannot.
different experience.
So
I
you will
cannot-
never be able to experience what black people experience in America. Black people, their lives are by pain.
And that's why I'm telling you, like, you've just told me that a Negro was used to use you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
In the case of Charlie Kirk,
Yeah.
the murderer,
Yeah.
he was turned in by his father.
Let me tell you something. Let's talk about Charles Kirk. He is being elevated
Mhm.
in the American culture
Yeah.
into a status.
Yeah.
He was an influencer, an educated man who's an influencer.
Yeah.
He built his career
Yeah.
by insulting minorities. Who are the minorities?
But that doesn't-
Majority of that he insulted were African American black people. He looked at black people as if they're nothing. He thought America was great 40 years ago. How was America great 40 years ago? I've only entered America in 1993.
Yeah.
And I wrote a book called America Made Me a Black Man.
Yeah.
I should have written a book
Yeah.
that says America is the best country ever. The most beautiful country ever. I didn't. What did I write? Do you know that I didn't want to write that book?
No, but I think.
Do you know that? I never want to write that book. I wanted to write something beautiful. I'm still conflicted about America.
Yeah.
So when you're here in
Yeah.
Africa,
Uh-huh.
you do not know much about America.
I agree to
You
that.
must respect those who have gone through
I-
tragedy after tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, and that's black people.
I respect that. I respect that. However, my point is this.
Yeah.
My point is that integrity is always a key issue when it comes to black community.
Yes.
For me, I've watched Charlie for a very long time.
Okay.
And one thing that I can tell you is that given the fact that the dad had to turn his son in,
Okay.
that I can tell you goes against all the culture of a black man. No black man would do that. No black family will do that. And
What makes
for
you
me,
say that, man?
no, I know. I'm
You
a
can't.
black.
You cannot
I'm
put
an
all black people
African.
in one box.
I'm an African.
We're
We
not
hold family
we're
very
talking about
closely.
America.
No, no, no.
I'm American, right?
Yeah.
Don't talk when you look. Africa is different culturally,
Yeah. We are made to protect family.
systematically, psychologically, everything,
The
location,
system protects
geographically.
family. Family first.
America is different.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I have a friend.
Yeah.
When he was in high school, he
Yeah.
did something stupid.
Yeah.
Ever since after that, he couldn't find a job because he has a felon record.
Yeah.
I have another friend. That person is black.
Yeah.
I have another friend who tried to harm a cop,
Yeah.
a police. That's the hard. You cannot escape from that. He has a job and a family. Everything worked out for him.
Yeah.
Think about it. One committed a crime
Yeah.
that's heavy crime, right? The other one did not. The system treats those two people differently. One is forgiven. The
Yeah.
other one is persecuted forever.
Yeah,
in
actually,
the
I
record.
saw. I
So
actually,
the fact that this guy, the father of, I forgot his name, the kid who
Taylor. Yeah.
is ex law enforcement.
Yeah.
He understands the consequence of not turning his son in.
Yeah.
His son rather, has done something terrible.
Yeah.
Despite what Charles Kirk was saying,
Yeah.
he does not deserve to die.
True.
Death is in a different level.
It's a different level.
I'm
I
a
agree.
product of war.
Yeah.
You have to understand that. War and violence is the last thing I think about.
Yeah.
We can debate, but all I'm saying is that father did the right thing.
Yeah.
He has to do the right thing, or the law will go after this kid.
Sure.
He's only 22 years old.
Yeah.
Very young kid. Whatever he was doing, he's self-harm.
Yeah.
Now he's in prison. But what Charles Kirk has done and how he made his money, that's a filthy money. That is no difference than when white people were exploiting black people by putting them into slavery and making money out of them. This guy made money on the back of victims, people who have been victimized for the last 400 years. That's how he made his money. And that is wrong. I think we should heal America. We should get together and say, we've done something wrong, let's get together and talk. America makes other countries come together and talk. Why not America? Why are you still abusing people who've been victimized for the last 400 years? That's the reason why I wrote this book.
It's a great book.
I'm being honest with you. And I have nothing. Look, a lot of black people looked at me as if I'm not yet a black man. And I could never experience fully what black people experience.
Okay.
My barber, for over 30 years, his grandfather was a slave.
Okay.
Black people are not really far removed from slavery. His actual grandfather was a slave.
Okay.
So his father experienced his grandfather's stories because he was a slave.
Yeah.
My barber, the guy who cuts my hair for the last 30 years, actually has a direct link to slavery. You don't think that has a lot to do with what's happening in America? Do you think a child that is still not healed from slavery, that's still being victimized by a system, can actually lift himself up and realize the American dream?
Where do they stay? Why don't they go home? Why do
That's
they
what
choose
Charlie
to stay?
Kirk will probably say that.
No. I'm just asking.
It's not easy.
Because if the system isn't favoring you,
Yeah.
if you feel you're enslaved,
Yeah.
if you feel that nothing is working for
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you still have home. You have where you came from.
No.
Maybe you can go there and try in a safe place.
No.
But one thing that I can say is this. I know it's painful, but I believe that pain is not a bad thing. Pain rewires people. And I believe in everything there's a price to pay.
I like what you said, rewire. African Americans have been rewired for the last 400 years by white people.
Yeah.
And they, because they've been rewired and disconnected culturally, religiously, everything, geographically,
Yeah.
it's hard for an African American child to actually dream beyond the prison.
Okay.
That prison, because think about it, when your own country rejects you, your own neighborhood rejects you,
Yeah.
you have a broken identity.
Yeah.
When you have a broken identity, you victimize the one you love.
Yeah.
Because you yourself is not self-assured. You and I have a place to come back.
Yeah.
That you can return to.
Sure.
Black people don't. Black people cannot just pick up their bags and say, you know what, bye America, we're going to go to our villages.
They can.
It cannot happen. No, it cannot. Will you give them a land?
Why not? Everyone is always welcomed home. When you came home, you are welcomed home. They can be welcomed back
look,
home.
My father was born in this land. I was born in this land. I still have a house. I still have a culture. I've never been, even though, I got a little bit hurt by the way I was treated, but I'm still intact.
Yeah.
And I'm a reader of Malcolm. And I'm a reader of human beings who wanted to heal the world, including white people.
Yeah.
White people, a lot of white people wanted to heal.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted to fix America,
Yeah.
but they're not the most powerful people. They're not.
Yeah.
My teachers are wonderful.
Yeah.
I always talk about my high school, Bedford High School. Mr. Maxwell, Mr. Reynolds,
Yeah.
Miss Matthews, all the people, John Flynn. There are so many people who are white who contribute to me getting educated.
Yeah.
I got respect for them. I write beautiful about them. I talk about them all the time. Not all America is bad. America is absolutely beautiful.
True.
But right now, what's happening in America is incredibly bad. We are empowering the worst of us. The worst of us. The racist that's taken over the platform. And we're promoting influencers who are the worst of the worst, who are trying to go back, take America back to 1940s and 1930s when Malcolm was in the streets fighting for black people. You can't do that.
But Charlie was doing the same. Charlie was educating people. He was actually asking logical, controversial questions. If you look at what he was talking about, he used to talk about abortions. There's nothing there. You cannot tell me that you agree with people aborting just children anyhow. I know you're not agreeing with the gun points. You know, actually, when he got shot, the topic that he was discussing that day was gun control of guns control.
Look.
So for me, I don't think that objectively, my point is this: people are going to differ in opinions. For me, I think Charlie pushed the right content. He pushed the right thing. But in the pushing of whatever he was pushing, he was able to maybe press some egos, some fragile egos somewhere. People who could not take who could not stomach a different opinion. I actually was shocked when I saw that he had debated Taylor just like 2 weeks ago. And that tells you more. I think it's more about people finding identity of themselves and not letting other people define them. People letting the world, not letting the world dictate who they are, but them identifying themselves. So that you can have, even if it's controversial topics, controversial debates, you get to understand people from different worlds. You see, I get your point when you tell me that America is no longer great. And I cannot agree with it, and I cannot disagree with it because I'm not yet there. But I dream to go there. But if I go with the fact
you're not going to go there.
I will go. I'm telling you.
You're not going to go there. Because America right now, the direction America is going now is going to, America's superpower is immigration.
Yeah.
America's foundation is immigration.
Yeah.
You have to understand, if you look at the PhD programs, almost every school in America, their PhD programs are majority immigrants.
Yeah.
A lot of companies, if you look at the Fortune 500, there's a lot of immigrants at the top.
Yeah.
There's a small school in India called IIT that produces a lot of engineers.
Yeah.
That America makes something beautiful in America. You have to understand, when America goes against its own superpower status, human beings are the greatest investment America has.
True.
Once that it affects and discourage those human beings coming to America economy, America as a beacon of hope, America as a superpower, everything on the stage, everything is on the table.
Yeah.
And the policies that's being projected from America right now is going to come back to America. There's going to be a blowback, and that blowback is going to be extreme. But you have to understand, human beings are the greatest investment that ones have.
Yeah.
America, the smartest people in the world, their hope is one.
Yeah.
Let me get to America, right?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, his father came from Lebanon, I think, or Syria, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Elon Musk, South African.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that you look at that made something beautiful in America were once somewhere else.
Yeah.
America is beautiful when we respect each other and create a platform. What Charles Kirk was doing was dividing America. When you divide America, you turn against America. Why was he controversial if he was doing something beautiful?
Controversy is subjective. It depends with someone's opinion.
What is subjective about saying black women are, DEI, they're not educated? I mean, we know Michelle Obama is highly educated.
That's selective.
Michelle Obama is highly educated.
That is selective.
So
how many more?
No. He actually said the name, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
She's highly, highly, highly educated.
True.
There is no way you can question her education.
Yeah.
There's no way you can do that.
Sure.
She also she's the president's wife for 8 years.
Yeah.
You have to respect. Also, when Trump was running for political life, how did he start his political life? Barack Obama was not an American. Barack Obama is, remember the birther movement?
But that is
the
politics.
birther movement, do you remember that?
That is politics. Politics are bathed in controversy.
No, once you become, politics is controversial when you're running. Once you have the power of the pen, you must understand you are the president of everyone. But you know who my president is right now?
Who?
Trump.
Yeah, Trump is the president.
He's everyone's president.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
You respect the pen.
It depends with how you see
No,
it.
it doesn't depend. It's
Just because he's fighting immigration doesn't mean he's not inclusive.
No, he's not fighting immigration. So America is fighting each other.
Yeah.
Right now, America is fighting each other,
Okay.
which is tragic. We do not want America to fight each other. We want America to heal, to sit together, to develop.
Yeah.
We don't want America to look like my childhood of Somalia.
Yeah.
Do we?
Ends up rising above the normalcy. I believe everyone has the power to dictate their own life. Even in the worst places.
Everyone does not have the power. Everyone does not have. Let me just correct you.
I can tell you.
Everyone does not have the right to dictate their lives.
It depends on how bad you want it.
Systems can push you forward.
Yeah.
Systems can stop you. Culture, system, location. You know, there's a lot of factors that can actually.
Do you believe there are people who have succeeded in those systems? Do you believe there are people who have really succeeded and they are black?
Yes.
What did they do differently?
Remember, we're talking about statistically. We're not talking about individuals.
But statistics.
Like, for example, a lot of my friends are gone.
Yeah.
A lot of my childhood friends, majority of them are dead.
But you cannot follow majority because if majority chooses to be lazy, doesn't mean everyone is lazy.
They're not lazy.
No, I'm just saying, look, I'm not saying Americans are, I'm not labeling anyone. I'm just going with a very general point.
Charlie believed that black people were better off in 30s and 40s and 20s. He also believed that black people are lazy.
Yeah.
I'm highly educated.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are highly educated. Majority of them either quit or they do their own thing.
Yeah.
Why are those who are black people who are educated are more feeling hurt than those who are not educated? Because the more you're educated, the more you go up the ladder. The system should propel you when you're educated. It does not. It actually fights you when you're educated. That's why this guy always went after black women who are highly educated. Black women are highly educated in America. He understands that. Black man is not doing so well. Why? Because of black man. The system fights black man. Black man almost always end up in prison. You are this away from being in prison when you're a black man. And when I say a black man, that includes Kenyans.
I agree,
Somalis,
but if you look at
everyone who's black,
but if you look at
living in America is a black man.
I agree with that one, but look at who have the most broken families. I don't believe going to cell has anything to do with being black. It's
broken family means everything your father's in prison.
So or is not available, or is not there, or divorced.
Who put them in prison?
It's not always in prison. Some have been divorced. Some have been divorced.
Why people don't?
It's not everyone who is in prison.
Why people don't divorce?
Women wanting more. Women looking down on their men. There's a level when a woman gets some
cash.
Where
does that culture come from? Where does that culture come from? Where does that?
It's African culture. It's everywhere. It's even here.
No. Cultures are formed by system.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. When I'm in Africa, there's a culture.
True.
When I go back to America, it takes me a few days to adjust to the American way of life.
Yeah.
If you work for a company for 10 years, you understand the system, the culture, the subculture of that company.
Yeah.
America has a culture.
Yeah.
The culture dictates who succeeds and who does not. Black people are the least favorite people in the American hemisphere. Ask anybody, whites, blacks, anyone who's honest, ask them. So what I'm saying is, I think the idea that black people are lazy, the idea that black people don't work hard, the idea that black man does not take care of his children is bullshit. It's made up, and it's the same system that tried to destroy me, that tried to destroy my brother, that tried to kill one of my best friends who I write about it in the book, who's no longer here. That system is the system that actually tells you all these labels. It's not true. If you give a human being a chance, they will succeed. Black people given a chance will be number one, and I'll tell you why. Black people are allowed for entertainment, they succeed. They are allowed for sports, they succeed. They allow for comedy. Why do you think black people do a lot of comedy? Because comedy heals. It heals. a broken heart, a broken soul, a damaged spirit. So they succeed in that. If black people or Africans in Africa or in America are given a chance, they'll succeed. I look like an activist. I'm not. I'm just a writer.
No. For me, what I can tell you is that my belief is kind of different. I understand completely.
The reason why we're having conversation is because we're different.
True.
It's great.
It's true. I believe that if Africans stopped playing victim, they'll go far.
I agree.
I believe if there are people who have succeeded in the same America, even you got to write a book from there. You got an opportunity that I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have gotten while you're here. It gave you an edge.
You can't say that.
Gave you I'm talking about probabilities.
What is destined?
I'm talking about probabilities.
What is destined shall be. You can't say that.
Yeah, but it favored you there.
Statistically, I still believe in the American dream.
Yeah,
you have to. I believe, in
and
American
it gives
dream.
you an edge.
I still have enormous respect for America.
Yeah.
The streets of Boston, where I hung out when I was a young boy, the theater that I went to, the first beach, American beach in America, is in Massachusetts called Rivera Beach. I used to hang out there. When Tupac died, we all gathered there, and listen to his music as a teenager. America is love. All I want is America to be inclusive with everyone.
But it is, but it's not easy to satisfy everyone. So instead of fighting the system, you must find a way to fit in the system. I'm telling you, there is nowhere in this world where the system favors everyone. There is nowhere the system favors everyone.
You can't say that because Singapore is.
I'm telling you, nowhere.
Singapore. I just read something about Singapore. Singapore, there's 4 tribes in Singapore. Yeah. They have no resources. Yeah. But they have something called merit-based system.
Can I tell you something about
Charlie Kirk was actually debating about that. He said we need a merit-based system. But what he's forgetting is the system in America, which I know more than he did. Yeah. You have to understand, I know more than he did. I went to school and I read and I tried to understand. He just ran his mouth. That's how he became influential.
Let's talk about Singapore.
But let me be very honest with you. America, if America gives a chance to those black people who are educated, black people will go far.
Can I tell you something about Singapore?
Go ahead.
It has very extreme strict rules for immigration.
I'm talking about the tribe within.
No, listen first.
Because remember,
listen first.
African Americans don't have to immigrate.
Remember.
Yeah.
They are not even given a chance for a job. You cannot go to you can go from Africa and go to America and you find a way in and get a job. You can't do that in Singapore. It's tight. So if America applied the same principles that have made Singapore succeed, I'm telling you, we will not have those chances that we usually have when you go to America. Well, we wouldn't have.
No. Let me just try to understand African American perspective, right?
Yeah.
African Americans are indigenous to the land.
Yeah.
They've been brought in many years ago, right?
Yeah.
Just like white people went to America, captured it from the Indians, and made it their own. All I'm saying is, if the system says that anyone American who's educated can get the chances, the system become a merit-based system. It would work for everyone, and there would not be a civil war. In my life, I never thought I would be in the middle of a raging civil war in America. Whites and blacks have been fighting way before I entered the American landscape. Never. I never knew that. I never thought I would become a black man in America. I thought I was going to dance, just like all the other Americans, chill, ride the American waves of American dream, and become somebody. That's not the case. America favors the whites over the blacks. That's a fact. So all I'm saying is there is no merit-based, and that's exactly what Charles Kirk was actually debating about, saying that black people should succeed because they have every chance to succeed. That is not true. That is a lie. And black people are not people who hate. They don't. They always forgive. Remember the guy who was the segregationist? What's his name? I forgot his name. The Jim Crow era. Black people always forgave.
Yeah.
Always forgave.
Okay.
I don't think black people have carried grudges against the U.S. I think the U.S. should, when I say the U.S., statistically speaking, those whites who are denying the reality should go back, sit, and say, okay, we're all Americans. Let's fix home. Home has to be fixed. Forget about immigration. And why do immigrants come to America? I just told you America is a nation of immigrants. America needs immigration. It cannot live without immigration. Because I just went to I visited a Brown University, which is an Ivy school, recently.
Yeah.
And the number of immigrants there, through the roof. I went to Harvard, African club.
But
I've never seen so many Nigerians in the African club.
Then that tells you that America is not fighting. It's not fighting anyone.
It's fighting each other.
It's just people rising to the level of their expectation. I think it gives everyone that chance. It really gives
what's
you that
happening
chance.
right now? What's happening right now is not dangerous. It's very dangerous.
When it comes to guns control, I believe it's dangerous. But when it comes to opportunities, life, I'm telling you, and I bet you on this, few people will choose to go back home to Africa as to staying in America. I can tell you that. I have friends who complain about their working hours. They complain about...
And you're like, I wish I can get there. I understand.
Yeah, I wish. But my question has always been, why don't you come back home?
But
they say, no, I cannot come back home.
That is true.
Home is worse. That is what they say.
No, home is not worse. It's hard to look. In America, you have a mortgage. You know mortgages? You go to the bank. And you actually take a 30 years loan.
But let me tell you this,
and then you get a car, 5 years loan.
There's a price to pay for everything.
So there's no way you can just back your back and says, I'm going to Nairobi. It's never going to happen.
No, but for the price of the life that you want, there's a price to pay.
Yeah.
America cannot give you what it gives you and let you live in the standards that you live in Africa. In Africa, where you can sleep for 14 hours and it will not affect you. For you to be great, you have to give in something else. Individually,
you can make those decisions, but collectively, societally, you cannot do that. African Americans cannot just go say one day, you know what, this guy's mistreating, this country is not treating us well. Let's all leave.
No, you cannot leave.
It's not a tribe also. African Americans are not a tribe.
Yeah.
You have to understand that.
I know.
In Africa, we're a tribe. When the tribe decides, my own tribe decides war.
Yeah.
One guy decides war for them. Every single individual moves, including the cowards.
Yeah.
Because the cowards are afraid of not moving. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
African Americans have been taking their identity.
Yeah.
Their tribes is gone, their land, their culture, their religion. The fact that they're actually still living is a blessing. I don't know if I can do it for 100 years. I couldn't even do it for 30 years.
No, my closing would be this.
All right. I think we had a good chat. Good chat.
We had a good chance, but my take is still this. I'm still a firm believer of no one can ever take your identity. If you want to maintain your identity, you must pay the price, and there's a price to pay for everything.
True.
You must rise to the standard of what you really want. You cannot be great without great sacrifice. That cannot happen. It's the formula of life.
That's true.
It's the formula of life.
That's true.
So, in as much we can say like mortality rate is higher in Africa as compared to America, because anytime anyone can shoot you. When you're there, anyone can shoot you there. You see?
In America?
Yeah. Okay. You can get shot. Things can just go haywire very soon.
Yeah. It's the land of extreme.
But still, there is provision that you get there that you cannot get in Africa. So my closing would be, depending on the price that one is willing to pay, they'll choose their geographical identity.
Much love. That was a great discussion.
Yes.
It's our first discussion. Let's do more.
Yeah.
At the end, I think love is better than hate.
True.
And you and I are born because of love.
Yeah.
Human beings, majority of them, statistically, majority of them are born out of love.
Yeah.
So if we spread love, we'll heal the planet.
And we will
if we
win.
don't, then we will see wars.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid wars are coming because of a lot of human beings who are not supposed to become influential. Human beings are becoming influential people. And therefore, they're colliding community after, they're dividing the community that are the same. African Americans and white people are living in the same country. You know, black people and white people need each other.
Yeah.
There's a singular story
Yeah.
within America. If we don't realize that, we're looking at my childhood memories, which is civil war, disaster, hate, rape, destruction of the soil, degradation of the soil, God refusing the rain. That's my childhood life, and we don't want that. And that's the reason why we should talk.
Yeah, and I believe now the internet is a blessing. That is why I believe. For me, I believe it's a blessing, but depends with how people see it.
It's also a curse.
It can push. It's all. Yeah, everything has a. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah. And so
it's destroying cultures and boundaries.
But it's still educating
taboos,
people.
Which is really, really dangerous.
You can still use it for educational purposes.
Yes.
People can educate themselves more. Yes. People can spread love more.
Yes.
And people can, and this is my main point, people need to educate themselves to avoid indoctrination. Because
you can't when you're young, when you have a young mind, it's hard to do it.
And still when you're young,
mind.
Your mind is young, you don't know what you want. So it depends with the kind of information that you come across.
It's hard because remember the killer of I never knew it, but the killer of Charlie.
Yeah.
You said he asked a question a week before.
Yeah.
He got upset.
Yeah.
A grown man would not get upset and go back and get a gun and unalive a man that he disagrees.
Yeah.
You know, I disagree with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I disagree with Charles Kirk.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he should be unalived.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like to see him thrive. He was a young father with 2 children. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Majority of black people do not want to see this guy being unalived.
Yeah.
Actually, majority of the human beings will pray for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
But wrong people, he touched it in wrong way, you know, and that's why that's why social media is incredibly dangerous. It's incredibly dangerous.
We'll go back
because,
to,
you know, you can
I think,
you can inspire a killer to do stupid things.
For me, I don't believe in the internet doing that. I believe Taylor was more of a kid who was not well brought, you know. This is a guy who was playing with guns. He's a hunter.
You know his life? He's number one in everything.
It's 22 years old. Who is playing with guns? That is not good.
No, but he got you know, the aptitude, the SAT. He got a perfect score.
No, SAT does not mean you are a good heart. SAT is a matter of.
He came from a great family.
Education is not tied to your morality. It is not.
What morals can you have when you're 22 years old? You're young, man.
When
I was 22 years old, I was driving 100 miles an hour in a car and like taking so many risks. You know, I was doing a lot of reckless things.
This guy that I want to ask. No,
when I was 22.
There are people who have done great things while they were young.
22, you're still young, man. That's all.
But that does not mean at 22 someone is 20. The age does not qualify you to make a reckless decision.
Can I ask you some more
questions?
questions?
That's a permanent.
Can I ask you some more questions while you believe?
Yeah.
Army.
Yeah.
Why do they recruit the young?
Because you can be trained.
Almost every fighting army in the world, including those that we hate, anyone who fights always recruits the young. They can never recruit me because I'm old enough to understand the question, right? You recruit the young. The young mind can be influenced easily. What this guy was doing, it was influencing young minds to go against other communities.
Let me tell you.
And that is the danger of becoming highly influential on the internet, where you can actually affect, in a negative way, young people. I think we should direct young people towards love, towards healing the planet, towards farming, to doing organic farming. You know, things that are going to help the planet, you know, believe.
But everyone has their own.
Leave a legacy.
Everyone has their own
children.
Purposes.
Protect your family. You know, the traditional way.
I agree with traditional.
I agree with Charlie Kirk.
We don't want to be traditional.
A lot of what he's saying, I agree with him.
Yeah.
But there are certain things I couldn't agree with him.
But no one wants to be traditional. No one wants to go and chase cows there, chase goats there. No one wants that.
If you inspire the young, they'll do it.
No.
Trust me.
We are moving towards the internet, and if you go towards the traditional man, you're going to miss on more. What is supposed to come? The future is tied to the internet. That's why even right now we're having this on internet.
Yeah.
This one we want to have it on internet.
Yes.
Because that is where the world is moving. So we cannot project man to going backwards. And for me, I'll say this.
When you say backward, are you talking about farming?
When you go, like traditional, we cannot go back to the
Traditional is beauty. That's where we came from.
It was. But right now, that is now fighting the system. That is why you see, black man keeps on losing. He's fighting the system. The world is moving towards the internet era. So anything that you want to do, even if it's traditional, project it towards the future. You're not going to be fought by the system. But if you want to go outside the internet and do the tradition, you're fighting the system. That's the recipe for failure. You're cooking your own recipe for failure.
In this book, I said I want the continent of Africa as well as the America to be proud of me.
Yeah.
I'm proud of both.
Yeah.
African continent and American continent. I'm also proud of black people as well as white people.
Yeah.
I'm a survivor of war, which makes me human.
Yeah.
I know humanity from extreme pain.
Yeah.
I watched a man die in front of me.
Yeah.
I watched a woman die in front of me.
Yeah.
I watched 30 people die in front of me. So I'm a knower of life. And man, I know when somebody inspiring the young for the wrong.
Yeah.
And I know when somebody inspiring the young for the right.
But still, that is opinion.
And I chose the man who heals the planet over the man who divides. And a lot of the humans in my life, who inspired the young for the wrong, are all gone. Karma came back to them.
No, karma is not real. So when your day is...
Oh man, we can talk. We can have a whole discussion. Let's do it next time. Let's do it next time. Karma is not real.
It's not real.
Oh my God! I also want you to read this book.
Okay.
Yeah, please read it.
I will.